Hey guys, I'm here today with Abby.
Hello.
Your channel's Abbybeebeauty, isn't it?
It is, that's
yeah.
B-double-E.
I will link it below. You'll have to go subscribe to her because I'm pretty sure you're going to be in quite a few of my videos from now on, unfortunately. Abby and I are actually in the same network, that's how we know each other, and we met up once before, haven't we? Yeah. At the Daily Mix Network thingy that we did. But we're here in London for IMAX and we thought we'd film a few videos. So there's going to be a video on your channel and then there's a video on mine, so you're obviously going to have to watch both because that's how collabs work. And on my channel we're going to be filming it's going to be like tips and advice on starting a YouTube channel. I know I've had quite a few that actually asked me like how I started and my YouTube story and things, and I think mine's quite different to a lot of people who start now. Abby started your channel, I
started mine this year, so I'm very new.
Whereas I started mine quite a long time ago, probably 3 years in September.
Wow.
We thought we'd talk together because it's interesting to see from two different points of view, like starting YouTube now rather than when it was like 3 years ago, because obviously YouTube has changed so much. Yeah. So what should we talk about first?
I posted my first ever video at the end of November last year. I think it was just a Primark haul, just because I've watched YouTube videos for so many years. Like I've been watching videos, like properly getting into people.
I think you've watched them longer than I have.
Yeah, I've been watching videos, like properly liking people and subscribing for about 4 years. I talked about it in my last video about like people I've subscribed to right from the start, but I've always wanted to try my hand at it and do my own channel, but I think there was a lot more negativity about YouTube a few years ago than there is now. Like now it's kind of a cool thing to do, but there's a bit of a stigma attached, and so I never started.
You have to be a vlog alternative kind of person back then.
So I wish I had started. I wish I hadn't let that bother me, but it did. And yeah, I had a huge Primark haul, and I thought, why not upload it? You know, people like watching Primark hauls, so I did a Primark haul, and as Primark hauls usually do, it got a few thousand views, so I thought, oh, this is cool, and I didn't film anything else. I uploaded a video when Daily Mix were looking for applicants for the new beauty bootcamp. I applied for that. That was the second video I ever made, and I never really thought about properly getting into YouTube. But then, this is something we'll talk about more in a bit because it relates to both of us. Yeah. Daily Mix liked a lot of people, well, they liked about 15 people who entered. They shortlisted 5 of them who were actually on the show, but there was 10 more of us that they really liked, and so they joined us to a network. And so in February of this year, I think it was, I officially joined the Daily Mix network, and then since February I've been properly making videos. I bought a new camera and I've been properly making YouTube videos. So I'd say I've been...
So you're like a YouTube baby?
I am like a YouTube
baby.
But
you seem so pro, so it's so weird.
I mean, I started making videos seriously in about February time, so it's the end of June. I've been doing this for about 5 months now, not very long at all.
I've been doing it for nearly 3 years. I feel very, very confident in front of a camera. It's kind of weird. I was 16 at the time, so I was still in school. I had actually just finished school. I was about to go into college, and college was probably the 2 worst years of my life, which is quite weird because YouTube was probably one of the best parts of my life. So it was weird having to do very contrasting things. I know some of you might remember back when I did my college experience video that I'd mentioned that YouTube had been quite a good outlet for me in that time, because it like kind of distracted me from everything that was going on. That's a really nice point. But yeah, I've been doing it 3 years nearly, and it's crazy. I just can't believe it's gone that far. It's really weird. You need to show your personality. That's another great key, which I feel I do a lot more of now. I can see my personality in my old videos, but not as much as now, where I feel relaxed in front of a camera and it doesn't bother me. But way back when and all of that, I was quite shy in front of the camera, to be honest, back now. But then I was 16.
Yeah, so...
Whereas I'm older and I've changed as a person. So I like the fact that I can actually go back and see what I was like then as well. And I love the fact that I've vlogged different stages of my life and I've got little memories. It's great for things like that.
I've been quite a confident person, but even if you are quite outgoing, it is weird talking to a camera, especially when you're not with someone else. It's really, really strange. So whether you do feel quite confident with it naturally, or if Frankie said you do feel quite shy, I would say make videos for yourself and watch them back, and just maybe do that for a while, and you just until you get used to it, because I think it comes across if you don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, you can really tell.
Definitely tell.
So if you do want to get into YouTube but you don't feel that you'd be able to just talk to a camera, I'd say make videos for yourself first and just get used to it.
Yeah, definitely, and then watch them back, see what you feel it's like. But that's a really good point, to just film yourself first, see what it's like, see how you are comfortable in the camera, because it really does come across. And unfortunately nowadays YouTube is so big and people do have high expectations. So when I started, I filmed on my webcam. That now wouldn't be allowed. And I do that like this because technically you can film on your webcam, but no one's really going to appreciate it in the same way they would if you had a decent camera. You don't need a Canon like every beauty bloody guru has.
Except for me.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like beauty gurus have. I am fortunate enough to have one, but that's because I have someone who works at Canon and I got a very, very large discount, and I used my 18th birthday money, so that's how I would never be able to pay for one with my normal wages like that, because I couldn't spend like quite a considerable amount of my wages on a camera in 1 month. I just can't do it. A good camera would be nice. You don't have to have an expensive one.
Do you know what? I first filmed my daily mix video and my first ever Primark video, which is the first video on my channel. I filmed that on my phone because a lot of phones now
iPhones are brilliant cameras.
I mean, I don't even have an iPhone. I have a Sony Xperia, but it's full HD.
Yeah, well, loads of different Androids as well.
Yeah, so have a look on your phone because it's more than likely that you're going to have HD filming. So even if you're just starting off, I would say to just use your phone.
Josh films on his phone.
He does.
Just say it.
Our friend Josh.
Just say it.
Our friend Josh from Josh John Beauty, he films on his iPhone and his quality
we'll link his channel
really good,
isn't
it?
Yeah,
I'll link him
cute.
down.
I like him.
He's really cute. I'll link him down below because he deserves much more.
I'll link him. It's my channel, Abby.
Okay. Frankie,
I did just say I'll link him.
Frankie will link him down below because he deserves much more subscribers than he's got.
Yeah,
but he films on.
Great. And he lives quite close to me. He lives in Wales.
People on YouTube do film with iPhones and the quality is very good, as you can see from Josh's
Don't worry
video.
about too much about the camera. Just as long as they can see you've got good lighting.
You don't have to have soft boxes either. I still just use natural lighting.
I don't use my soft boxes all the time.
No.
And I only have them because it was a birthday present and I really wanted them.
In front of a window, in the middle of the day, usually when it's overcast is better lighting so the sun's not too bright.
Yeah, it acts like a natural softbox then.
And
if you've got like a conservatory or window or like, you know, those French doors or whatever they're called, and you've got white blinds that cover them, that is like the best natural softbox lighting you can get.
And editing as well. I use Movie Maker.
So do I.
I mean, I know
it's a great basic one and it's free.
All I do, I mean, I can't do anything too fancy, but I can do a nice intro, I can add music, I can cut and delete the bits that I don't need.
Exactly what you want if you're going to make videos like that. Especially if you're going to make something a bit more fancy, then maybe you want to branch out into other softwares. But if you're just starting out, do not spend loads of money. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, make sure you get all of those, attach your YouTube name to it. But I think that's a great idea, social networking. Try and make friends online as well. That's a really big thing that I didn't do in the start. I've literally only started to make friends probably around, I would say this year. I mean, I know I had Charlie, but we were kind of secluded in our own little thing. It was just like me and her, and I didn't really speak to any other YouTubers, or if I did, it was just like, hey, you know, it wasn't like a really, oh, I'm really friends with you kind of thing. So making friends is really good.
And it's not, I would say, it is important in networking because obviously you'll get to know them, opportunities might come up with them and they can like tag you and things, but for me, I just started doing it because I thought these people have the same interests as me.
Yeah,
it's just a really great way to make new friends.
One of the best things about YouTube is making friends. That
Definitely.
I would never have met you if we didn't film, and it's so weird to think that now, having known you for quite a while. It's really strange.
But it's so cool, like the amount of people, because obviously I've only been doing this for 5 months.
Yeah,
the amount of people that I talk to now regularly, you being one of them, I would never have known these people without YouTube, and hopefully they're going to be some friends that I keep for a long time and because of YouTube. So although the friendship thing is great for networking and opportunities, just talk to other people, because I think the YouTube
can be quite lonely, can't it, sometimes, if you don't talk to anyone.
But it's not a weird thing where, I mean, you wouldn't just go up to a stranger in the street and say, I really like your hair, by the way. But on YouTube, because of the way the community is, if you just comment a nice comment on someone's video, you can just start a conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Another good way, I think, of growing your channel is to make sure that your title is something relevant and catchy. Like, make sure it's short and sweet, and your thumbnail relates to your video.
When people find out about your channel, this might be different for you, but for me, that was so daunting. I was 16 when I started. I didn't want anyone at college to know. If anyone at college found out, I'd probably be horrified. I'm not gonna lie, I probably would have been at the time. I know a few people did, a few people who knew about my channel, and that was kind of awkward, but I didn't speak to them anyway, so it didn't matter. I went to college, I told my 2 closest friends, Amy and Madison, about it, because I kind of found it hard not to be able to talk about it. All of my close circle of friends knew about it anyway, all my family know. And actually everyone at fucking college knew, and I didn't know until the other day that they knew. No, I was just talking about it in the last day, and then everyone was like, oh no, we already know you make YouTube channels. Aww. I was like, what the hell? I didn't know that, and it was kind of awkward because I didn't say anything the whole time.
I think for me as well, because like I was saying, the thing that put me off was the stigma that was attached, and you didn't worry about it as much as I did. That's why you started your videos and I didn't. So there was that stigma when you first started. People find out and it being a weird thing, like, what, you film in your room and then upload videos on the internet?
I think people accept it a lot more now than what they used to. It used to be a really weird thing to do.
When I first started, I just told my best friend Annie, because we're both still so into like YouTube videos and we watch tutorials all the time and such. So I told her I was thinking about doing it, and she was like, oh, you should do it, you should do it. She was really encouraging. So I started because she kind of persuaded me to, and I didn't really tell anybody until I knew it was something that I was going to start doing. So when I joined the Daily Mix network, then I started telling people. Obviously when I got invited down to London to go to YouTube, I told my family and my boyfriend, so that's how they found out.
Oh my god, did your boyfriend not know before that?
Well no, because I'd only ever made 2 videos.
Yeah, good point.
So I had filmed them both just when he hadn't been there, just for ease.
Yeah, and also it'd be a bit awkward if you didn't know what you were doing.
So it wasn't really a thing until I went to YouTube, so I started telling people then, and I obviously uploaded pictures on Facebook, and the amount of people that I went to school and college with that like commented and was like, that's really cool, how did you get to go to YouTube, how did you get to go to Daily Mix, I watched Daily Mix, how did you get on there? And 3 years ago that wouldn't have been the case, but now so many people message me and be like, oh, I'm really jealous, I wish I could go to YouTube, I love this guru, I love this YouTuber.
That's exactly what I got. I mean, when I was talking to the girls, some of the girls at college, they were like, oh, it's really cool, I'd love to have my own channel. And I was like, what? People would never have said that to me when I was 16. They would have been like, oh my god, why did you film videos? That's really weird. Whereas now, because of the way society is and the way that YouTube's been blown up in the media, it's like completely normal. So don't feel too worried about that, because it is quite a normal thing to do now.
The thing is now it's a lot harder to get noticed on YouTube than it used to be. A lot harder. And the format of YouTube now, you know, they only ever put the big YouTubers on the front page. You can't do video responses anymore. It's a lot harder to grow your channel.
I remember video responses.
But that's how a lot of people found each other and stuff.
Yeah, then in that aspect it is a bit disappointing you can't do video responses anymore.
Because there are so many people, there's nothing to worry about. You just do it, just start. No one will care anymore. People don't. People think it's quite a cool thing. So if that's a concern, wipe it out of your mind, because it's not really relevant anymore.
You need to want to do it for yourself as well.
Yeah.
If it's something you think you'd enjoy, then you should definitely
do it. That's the big thing though. I don't think we should have to say this as a tip, but only do it for the enjoyment. Only do it if it's going to make you happy.
Don't do it for money or anything like that, because I'm going to tell you off the bat, you will not earn loads of money doing this, unless you are like Zoella. We are in a network together. That's another thing, you have to be a bit wary of networks. Sometimes they'll approach you. I've had loads and loads of networks approach me.
Same, even since like Daily Mix, because obviously I hadn't made a video before and Daily Mix found me from my entry. I wasn't on YouTube properly before that, but since I've signed to them and started making videos, I've had about 6 or 7 networks message me and ask me to join.
Ridiculous.
So really be careful.
You obviously have to be careful. Do your research on each network as well.
We got really lucky because obviously Daily Mix is a big channel here on YouTube, so we obviously knew that they were legit. Their meeting was at YouTube headquarters,
which how many other networks get to do that? That's really lucky to go somewhere like that and have the opportunity. Basically, the main points are good-ish camera or lighting or whatever, something good to film on. Nice kind of like background. Don't worry too much about the background. If you don't have a good one, white background like you film. And do not spend too much money in your first time. You just want to experience it. Film a few videos before. Get involved in the community. Get talking to people. Don't try not to be too shy about talking to people, because the likelihood is they're in the same boat as you and they're just willing to talk to people as well. So yeah, I mean, it's a great place. If you want to start a channel, I definitely recommend doing it. It is the best thing I've done. if you have any questions and you are wanting to start a channel, leave them in the comments section and we will both answer you. Abby will come and check the comments if I get any. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We have filmed a video on Abby's channel. I don't know if I mentioned that in the start of the video or not. Did I?
Possibly.
Possibly. But if not, now you know. I think I did, because I was like, oh, you need to go subscribe to her because she's amazing, whatever.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, I will leave a link to Abby's channel and the video we just filmed. We filmed a what's in our travel makeup bags, which is a good video to go watch because
make sure you
it's
check that
interesting. So all of you makeup lovers, you can go over there and yes, definitely subscribe because these faces look cute. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Thanks for being my channel.
Thanks for having me.
So have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Leave comments below. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye. So this video, I feel, has been very serious and there's been no fun bits in it.
Well, we're very serious people, Frankie.
I look like Michael Jackson too.
You look like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like a funny jacket. Okay, my hair's really... I'm so excited for tomorrow.
We're also going to video on Abby's channel.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Oh my god, do you remember when everyone used to wear the hair like that?
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say. I'm tired.
I think they're all the main tips. The biggest one.
The
I
biggest
was going to
one.
say biggest one to see you going.
And I believe. This is what happens when you film.
I believe.
Let's just stay on the camera, guys.
Accent challenge.
We should have done the accent video.
I can do one
and do that. That was my foot. That was my foot. Look.